Rise and Grind, the truth about YouTube and cigar content. Let's have this conversation. And so this video is to educate. This video is to help. I am so tired, and I know you are tired of seeing these videos where it's always this negative relationship between YouTube and cigar content. It seems as if once a week we're gonna get a video of someone saying that they're leaving YouTube, that YouTube is doing this and YouTube is doing that, and YouTube is so bad, YouTube is the devil. I wanna just clear up a lot of the misconceptions, a lot of the mistruths, a lot of the ignorance, a lot of the things that's false. For one, it's very discouraging. And two, most of it is false. And so I want to clear it all up. All the words that we hear, the shadow banning, the YouTube doesn't like cigar content, it's all false. And so we're going to clear up, why do I think I can talk on these topics? Who am I? Just to level set, to give you my background. As many of you know, I spent the past 17 years as an executive with a Fortune 10 company. And so I understand how corporations work. YouTube, owned by Google, is a corporation designed to make money. Do they make money from videos? No, they make money from ads. And so YouTube, we can consider them to be one of the world's largest ad platforms. And so the idea that one of the world's largest advertisers does not want money from tobacco is false. The tobacco industry is one of the world's largest industries. And so the idea that one of the world's largest advertisers has something against one of the world's largest industries is false. And so we're going to be talking about business. We'll talk about YouTube. What do I know about business? As many of you know, my bachelor's is in business management. My master's is in business administration. I've got a PhD in organizational leadership. So I understand how businesses think. I've been on YouTube for a little over 2 years, and I might be one of the only YouTubers that has successful videos in multiple genres. And so whether it's tobacco, whether it's whiskey, whether it's cognac, I figured out how YouTube works. And it's all about the audience. Forget words like algorithm, forget words like shadow banning. It's all about the audience. Do people want to watch what you are putting out? And if people want to watch it, then people will watch it. When you put out a video, YouTube has a desire to share that video with everybody that wants to see it. This is why you have some cigar content channels that get tens and hundreds of thousands of views on their videos because people want to watch it. It's got nothing to do with the genre. The algorithm doesn't care about the exact content. The algorithm doesn't care that it's cigar or whiskey, or the algorithm just wants to line up the content with the audience. The problem that a lot of channels face is the audience does not want to watch that content because in a lot of cases it's boring, it's redundant, it's just not entertaining. And so we're gonna really unpack this so we can understand what's happening and so we can stop saying things that are not true. I think in a lot of cases, it's sort of like taking advice on how to buy a house from someone who's never bought a house. At some point, we need people who have knowledge and understanding to share the right information with us. As I said, I've been on YouTube for a little over 2 years. One of my first videos, it went viral. The channel took off. A whiskey video. But then I started doing cigar videos and then had the same amount of success. I'll share this with you. I began making money on YouTube from the very start. Let me share this with you. Now that I've switched to doing cigar-based content, I make more money on YouTube than I did when I did whiskey content. And so this idea that you can't be monetized and that YouTube frowns upon, it's all false. How do I know it's false? Every month when I get my AdSense check, I can tell you that it's false. Cigar content, of course, YouTube doesn't want you directly selling the products. No, that's obvious. But this idea that YouTube hates cigar content is just false. I am living proof of that. From the time that I switched from whiskey to cigars, my views has increased, my subscriber has increased, my monetary gains has increased. And so we gotta, at some point, just start speaking the truth. There are some channels who figured it out, and then most channels simply haven't. And so when you look at the larger channels, they figured it out because they make good content. And so that's the one thing that I've learned. It doesn't matter what the genre is. Nobody cares. It could be tobacco, it could be whiskey, it could be cognac. I've shown that. Nobody cares what the genre is. Are you making good content? And if the people don't want to watch your content, then YouTube is not going to push your content. But it has nothing to do with the genre. YouTube will and can monetize your content regardless of the genre. How do we know this? I'm living proof of that. Now, how do you make good content? Reach the audience. Most cigar content is only made for cigar content creators. Most cigar content, the reason why it only gets a couple hundred views is because the regular people don't watch that. Most cigar content is only made for cigar content creators. And so that's why you don't get thousands of views on your videos because there aren't thousands of content creators. There is no shadow banding. There is no YouTube hate for cigars. You just gotta make content for the world, for people, men and women. This is the key. And so this is why you see, again, some of the successful channels doing it. This is why you see them. Listen, do you think that these top channels are doing it with no monetary gain? I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I love the cigar culture. I love having a cigar with my friends. But do you think that we are doing this and we're not getting any kind of monetary compensation? Do you think that we are not tied in with YouTube and receiving AdSense? We do this for the love of the culture, sure. And I also love to get paid. And YouTube is a platform that pays content creators. When you do good work, you get paid good money. And so anyone that stands before you and says YouTube hates cigars and we're not monetized and it's impossible and we're being shadow banned, that's, for the most part, that's someone who is struggling. That's someone who hasn't figured it out. That's someone who doesn't understand the business of YouTube. That's someone who doesn't really understand content creation. And maybe they're just doing it as a hobby, but they haven't figured out how to do it from a business standpoint. Reason why I gave you my business background, because yes, when I set up my channel is ran like a business. My channel has its own LLC. My channel is a business with expense and with income. And unless you understand business, then you're always gonna just be angry. I say this because I am so tired of seeing videos of people saying, I'm shutting it down. YouTube shut me down. I'm going to a different platform. YouTube isn't letting us be great. If you wanna be great, then make great content. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. You can't just make content for content creators. The model has been set. There's a lot of people making cigar content and doing very well. So we just wanted to shoot this real quick just to clear up the misconception. If you want to succeed on YouTube, it doesn't matter what the genre is. How do you know this? You can watch my channel. I'll do a cognac video one day, and yes, it's monetized. I'll do a cigar video one day, and yes, I benefit from it. I'll do a whiskey video one day, and yes, I reap the rewards. There is no agenda. There is no hate. The world's largest advertising platform does not have a vendetta against one of the world's largest businesses. If you want to succeed, you got to understand business, but most importantly, you got to understand people. Give the people something that they actually desire. And what they desire today isn't what you were giving them last year or the year before. There is no algorithm that hates. There is just an audience that wants to be entertained. Until you can figure that out, you'll always be complaining and struggling. But the problem isn't YouTube. The problem isn't the tobacco industry. The problem can be you as the content creator. And so at some point, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing that these others are not doing? There is no agenda by YouTube. There is no hate. There's simply an audience waiting for some good content. And so that's what we try to bring you. We try to bring you some good content. We try to mix it up. We're always doing something different. It's about reaching the audience. And so if we have reached you or helped you, help us back, thank you to those who support this channel and you support this journey. This kind of information that I'm giving, I'm gonna start reserving this for my Patreon, where we're gonna just go deeper and we're gonna really help people. It's not just gonna be this surface level stuff, but on our Patreon, we're gonna go deeper. And so check us out over there. I'll put the link in the description. We are here to reach the audience and to help the audience. And so if we've helped you, help us back. Like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, rise and grind.